Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here, guys. I have an interesting show for you today. I'm talking Thomas Markle Sr. That's Meghan's dad. Of course, he's had some serious health things going on. I want to dive into that. There's some breaking news. I want to talk about all of that and Meghan's ongoing treatment of her family. This is the part where normally I dive into my spiel about if you're new here, I'm Jen, which I am Jen. Welcome. But I want to talk to you for just 1 minute, a little bit more than that, and say, I need your help. I'm looking for help here. What you can do to make things better for me is to please make sure you're subscribed. People are getting confused thinking I mean that you have to pay something or do something. No, no, no. Just literally hit the subscribe button. YouTube right now is looking at that hard. So I want to make sure my subscriptions are up. I'm so close to 200,000 subs. So you hitting the subscribe button could push me to my dream goal. I think that would be incredible. And I thank you, everybody who already is subscribed. It means so much. But if you have a second account or a third account, my goodness, subscribe from there too, if you don't mind. I'm really trying to hit that 200,000 goal. But by subscribing, again, it's free for you and it allows YouTube to see who's actually really interested in my videos and in my content. And then I always ask that you leave me comments, and I appreciate you guys who regularly comment. What I'm asking for now is let's leave several comments if you can. Leave me comments. I'll ask you questions throughout, answer those in comments, answer each other in the comments. If you have other things you want to discuss, put those in the comments. You can do lots of separate comments. People sometimes write, oh, I'm sorry, I've commented 3 times today. You don't understand. That counts as engagement, and that really helps. And if you say, hey, I'm Sarah, and somebody says, hey, Sarah, I'm Jill. Hey, Jill, those are all engagements. So talk to each other, talk to me. Let's have a big conversation. YouTube right now is just really looking at these metrics, and that it sincerely helps me. Thank you to everybody who's hit the hype button. That's helping as well. If you have the opportunity to do that, that's just another way you can sincerely help the channel. And I appreciate that. So the first question I'm going to ask you for engagement is to leave me, if you want to say, you don't have to give any private details. If you want to say your first name, do that. If you want to say where you're from, it can be where you're born, where you're living, or just a dream place you want to go. If you're trying to be private, I get it. I get it. Anything. Tell me a location. And then if you see a location that you've either lived in or traveled to or always want to go as well, talk to each other. That would be a way to help me out. And I sincerely appreciate that. And then the last thing I'm going to mention, and then we really will dive in, and that is that I am setting up my Amazon storefront. Finally, I have one now. It's not live. It will be in the next couple of days. Because a lot of people ask me like, hey, Jen, and I'm not selling anything. I'm really not. I'm not paid to promote anything. What it is people say like, hey, Jen, what color lip balm or what color nail polish or what do you use in your hair? What I can do is find those products that I'm already using. I'm not being paid to promote them and put them in my Amazon store. And then if you happen to click on them, then I think I get a little bit of like a gift card to Amazon. That's how that would work. So I'm working on setting that up. I think that would help a lot too. So just know that that's coming. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of that. And lastly, I did set up my Instagram account. I am rhr_Jen over there. So find me. Now let's dive into this and talk Thomas Markle Sr., shall we? Meghan Markle's estranged father, Thomas, has leg amputated after foot turns black. Case of life or death. This is being reported by New York Post and many other publications. They are reporting that Thomas Markle Sr. has had to have his leg amputated. Now, I don't know the specifics. I can't get into the specifics, but I think some were reporting as a partial leg amputation, and then this is just saying leg amputated. We can go into the story. I just want to start out and say my thoughts and prayers are with the Markle family. That's terrible. Don't wish anything horrible like that on anybody. And I know he's already had lots of health stuff going on. So I truly hate to hear this on anybody. I really do. I hope he's okay and that, that he's getting the best care. So it's being reported that Thomas Markle Sr., he's 81 years old. He had to have is reported as a devastating emergency surgery. So let's see here. Now, while I talk about this, I am going to pop this up on screen and remind you all, Meghan's dad. Here you go. So yeah, he's 81 years old. He was, it's reported that it's a devastating emergency surgery. His left leg, foot, and lower calf was amputated below the knee due to a blood clot that turned it black. As he faces another operation to remove a thigh clot, with doctors calling the next 72 hours critical. And it's reported that there's one glaring absence, and that's Meghan. So the thing I will say that I always say is, I'm just going off what the newspapers are reporting here. I can't say for sure if Meghan's called her dad. That's between only Thomas and Meghan know that. I can only give my opinion because they sure do come after people that say otherwise. So my opinion is, I can't imagine that all of a sudden she's decided to call her dad. I can't imagine that things have changed there. But again, we don't know. But yeah, he's, of course, in the Philippines. He was rushed to the hospital on December 2nd after his foot turned blue and then it went black. It was due to severed circulation, it's being reported. Transferred by ambulance to Cebu Doctors University Hospital. He underwent a 3-hour amputation on December 3rd. His son, Thomas Markle Jr., who was his primary caregiver, described it as, quote, life or death with no other options. Now, that's according to TMZ that was reported. Now, just a reminder, Thomas moved to the Philippines. It was January of this year to, quote, escape the drama of his estrangement from Meghan. So he's being reported as living in a modest high-rise with his son. This isn't his first scare. He had 2 heart attacks pre the wedding in 2018. In 2022, he had a stroke that stole his speech. Yet at 81, Thomas Markle Jr., his son, is reporting that he is brave and tough, but he's vulnerable. So, it's just awful. So a father dealing with this, I just think he deserves compassion. I've had feelings about the Markles. I've talked to Thomas Markle Jr. before. I found him very kind and very generous to take my questions and to talk to me. I've had opinions about the Markles in general, but regardless of that, you don't wish ill will on any of them. And I hate what Meghan's done to her family. I hate what Harry's done to his family. So I'll say that. It seems very cold-hearted and narcissistic if she has not reached out to him, and if she's continuing to ignore him amid his health crises, his heart attacks, his strokes, and now an amputation. I just think, she preaches this compassion stuff, and yet when it comes to it, she doesn't show it. She seems to be embarrassed by them. So her way of dealing with that is to maybe cut them off. I'm not sure. Now, something that is brought up in the comments of this article is that a lot of people believe that she will allege awful things once he goes. You know where I'm going with that. I don't even want to speculate on any of that. If that's the case, it's a big if, and it's a hypothetical. I find that to be absolutely disgusting if it's baseless allegations. It's hard to talk about, but you get where I'm going. That's disgusting and awful. And one of the most evil things I can think of if it's just baseless allegations to try to make people feel sorry for you. Oh, terrible. But let's keep going with this page 6 article because I did want you to see it. It's saying that, her dad had the bottom of, so case of life or death. He had a 3-hour surgery, and my dad is being very brave. His foot turned blue then black. It happened very quickly. I took him to a local hospital. They did some scan and ultrasound and said the leg had to be amputated. Oh, that would be horrible and scary. Markle's in stable condition in the intensive care unit, but may need more surgeries after a period of observation to see if he contracts any infections. One of his doctors said the next 2 to 3 days are critical. His left leg has been removed below the knee. They worry about infection setting in, sepsis or gangrene. The flesh was black and dying, Markle said. Thomas Jr., who serves as his father's primary caretaker, saw the condition of his father's foot and he rushed him to a local hospital where he underwent tests, and doctors decided to send him to a large hospital in the area. Markle had lived in Rosarito, Mexico, before moving to the other side of the world in January for a more peaceful environment to escape the awful drama of recent years. And then we go into some comments. There are comments, as you would imagine, people calling out Meghan and her treatment of her father, calling it just a complete shame, how he was alleged to have been there during her teenage years. A lot of people point out, where was Doria? I still don't get why people can't just say what they think, but I'm going to follow their lead on this. Even Tom Bauer, who reports everything on Meghan, didn't want to speculate on where Doria might be. I bet your guess is probably the same guess as mine. I don't know why people can't say it, but I'm going to go with them on that. So wherever Doria was for about 10 years, they speculate. Whatever was happening there, Thomas was there taking care of Meghan. And again, I'm not in that family, so I can only speculate. But the speculation is that Meghan and Doria, I believe, again, I'm not diagnosing. These are just my opinions. You come here for my opinion. This is my opinion. I think Meghan and Doria are narcissists. I think they're different. They seem to be different kinds of personalities. I don't know as much about Doria, but I've studied Meghan for years. And from what I can tell, I think Doria and Meghan, again, my opinion, use each other to try to get things out of each other and other people. In Meghan's case, I think it helps her check some boxes that she needs checked. In Doria's case, I think it's probably a money situation. It's probably an attention situation for both. But I also suspect in doing this, they've come, again, just my opinion, my speculation. I wonder if they've come to some sort of agreement, even if it's unspoken, that, okay, I'm going to help you out. You're going to help me out. We are not helping out Dad. That's what it feels like to me. And if that's the case, then again, just awful, awful stuff. It's appalling, honestly. The idea that if that's what's happening and he raised her and did all these things for her, from the productions at her school that we've heard about to writing letters, that damn soap story, things like that, and trying to help her any way he can and provide for her and give her a nice life and pay for school and all this stuff that he's alleging, then I think she's just I think she's just rotten, just horrible if that's the case. Just horrible. You just don't do that to family, in my opinion. Anyway, so that's what's happening. That's the breaking news. I want to hear your thoughts on all of it. And again, the way you can help is lots of comments. So let's start with, again, tell me without getting personal. If you want to tell me your name, comment that. If you want to comment either where you're born, where you live, or where you want to go. It could be vacation or where would you like to live. Comment that. If you see somebody that's commented something like that, somewhere you've been, talk to each other. If you want to do it simple and just write, my name's Jen. I'm from Jacksonville. I'm Jen from Jacksonville. And if all else fails, just honk at each other in the comments. That always helps. It really does. I'm just really trying to boost my engagement. It's important, especially at the end of the year. And the ways that we can do that is to make sure you're subscribed so I can drive to that 200,000 mark. Talk as much as you can in the comments. I promise you'll never hear me say, oh my gosh, I can't believe he or she is leaving me another comment. Because a lot of you will say, oh, I'm sorry, I left you 4 comments today. I'm like, no, that's great. Leave me 4, leave me 15. I love them. Not only do I love to read them, but they actually do help engagement. So go for it. Again, look for that Amazon storefront, hopefully in the next day or two, because that will help that will help the channel as well. I appreciate that so much. I truly do. And then I'm going to ask you normally at the very end, I'll ask a silly question. So I will do that. So stay tuned for that. But right now, I'll ask you a question. What do you think? Do you think Meghan's reached out? I know I'm asking an obvious question. Do you think Meghan's reached out? Do you think she will reach out? Do you suspect the same as I suspect will happen if, knock on wood, hopefully Thomas is just fine, but if and when the day comes that she'll come out with some horrible accusations? Do you suspect something like that? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's going to do it for me. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. If more news breaks, you know I'm going to talk about it. So, and while I'm asking you for a favor, I'm going to ask you for this. If you didn't see it, will you go back and watch this video? I will link it in just a minute when this video wraps up. And the reason I'm asking this is because I actually had so much fun making this video, and a lot of you have watched and commented, but it's still ranking lower. And I really feel like I did a good job with it. I had a lot of fun, and there's some new takes in there and a lot of laughs and stuff. So if you'll take the time to go watch that, if you can hit the share button on it, share it, please do. Thumbs up, all the things, because that's what's helping push out the recommendations. And again, sincerely, I appreciate every single one of you. The time you take to rate me, the time you take to make sure you're subscribed. Sometimes I have some of you saying, I was subscribed, but it fell off and I don't know why. Just double checking that you're subscribed helps, all that stuff. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up for me. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. And I truly hope you have the best day. I really do. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hi, how are you guys? Oh, so in this video, I asked you to leave me the name of your pets, and I would start saying them at the end. So I'm just picking at random. Hi, Oscar. What were some of the other ones? I think we had a Claire. Hi. And I know there were some really cute. Milo. Hi, Milo. Hi. And hi, Bon. How are you? And Alice. Hello. I'm just saying pets' names now. But seriously, thank you guys so much for that. I try not to go over the top with asking for, can you subscribe? Can you do this? Can you do that? But this is the crunch time for YouTube. It's like make or break. So if you can, and I know you guys are the ones that stay tuned to the end, or the ones that really just, you're the ones already commenting and stuff. I'm just asking if you feel like it and can hit the share button, can leave more comments, making sure you're staying subscribed, things like that. It truly does help more than I possibly can explain. It helps YouTube say, hey, this is a video we want to recommend, and it pushes it out to let more people see it and discover me that way. And that's why I keep putting out the shorts. Same reason is it helps me get discovered. So even if you saw this whole video, if you see shorts made out of it and you feel like watching those, thumbs upping those, things like that, that's helping me a ton. Thank you so much. If you stay tuned this long, I like to ask a special question. So I'm trying to think, what should we do for this one? Sorry, something in my eye as we do this. Okay. I'll tell you something funny. I love this shirt. I love it. So what this is, you ready? It's actually a workout shirt. And I turned it around backwards. This is the back side of the shirt. So my back normally just shows through it while I'm working out. But I thought it was so fun like this. The color is great. It's like a purpley blue, or like almost like a royal blue. And then there's like a hello window, which is kind of fun. So I decided to wear my shirt backwards. I have a couple like this, and I never thought to do that before. I was like, oh, I could do that and make it kind of fun. Anyway, so yeah, it's just an exercise shirt. It's even got like, I like it when they do this, the thumb holes in it. I thought it was cute. Isn't that fun? So exercise shirt. What else? If you stay tuned this long, I don't know. What have you gotten your holiday stuff done yet? Whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is, have you gotten presents for people? Have you come up with stuff? I haven't even thought about what Christmas card I'm going to send out. Like, I feel stressed out and behind. How are you feeling about it all? Are you as stressed out as me? Make me feel better by letting me know in the comments. it seems like every year it just goes faster. Now, this year, I figured out something really cool for the Gosling. I can't tell you yet because she watches sometimes if I let her. It depends on the subject. Um, so Gosling, I'm not telling, but she'll be very excited. But do you guys have your shopping done yet? Have you even started? My gosh, it's just another layer of stress, right? Oh, all right. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the lovely comments and support. Again, comments, subscribing, hyping, thumbs upping each other's comments, watching this video, all that stuff. That's what really helps me out. Hitting the share button if you're on social media, sharing my stuff, all that, it really does help. And I appreciate you all so much. I hope you guys have the best day. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Bye-bye. And thank you for letting me know about this topic. I appreciate it very much. Honk honk, friend. Okay. Bye.